And hello, everybody. Let's see what is going on there. So, um, here we go. So, guys, welcome everyone who joined me today. Really glad to see you on this live stream. Happy Wednesday, by the way, and today is our FOMC meeting day, and today we're gonna see this decision on the rate cut. So, all eyes on this meeting, and all eyes on the markets, and let's see how it's going to, impact the market today. I'm pretty sure today we're gonna see some wild action on the markets, as well as tomorrow as well. I think because tomorrow the news gonna settle a little bit, and we're gonna see some more structured price action. And today I'm quite expecting some I'm expecting some kind of storm on the market. So let's see. I'm gonna update our fear and greed index because it's changed a lot since yesterday. So right now it's located at 45. Yesterday we was at 33. So yeah, Bitcoin did a big jump to the upside yesterday. You can see over here to we jumped it to 61,300. We actually was on the live stream all of this move since the 57,500 almost up to $61,000. So we unfortunately I didn't catch the move. I tried to short from different levels over here. Eventually, I did a short at $61,000, and it was quite successful right there from 61 down to 59, 780 or something like this, if I recall correctly. So, and since then, I didn't open a trade. Right now, I'm looking for some price action, and first of all, I'm looking for the market reaction on the news, and we're gonna see that, I hope. Um, so guys, I see a lot of guys joining me today. So give me a favor, hit a thumbs up below this video. This is gonna impact a lot for my YouTube. So I really appreciate your likes below the videos. And yeah, so let me just tune in on the markets, and I'm gonna start to see what is happening. So okay, right now the market is pushing to the upside slightly. We kind of rejected from 59,360 right here just a few um, just a few hours ago, basically. And we still got this downtrend line right here, which is act as the main resistance on short term. So I'm kind of curious if we're gonna see some bounce all over the 60,100. So this is kind of resistance that I would like to see there. Right now on the 30-second time frame is nothing too crazy happening. If we go into scroll to this low, let's check this low, how this actually forms. So it's kind of v-shaped, v-shape, right? It's a v-shaped bottom over here, and but right now you can see over here we kind of get some buyers buyer price action. However, right there they just dry it out and buyers become sellers, and you can see over here we go into the downside almost exactly to this level at 59,660. So in right now we are pulling to the upside. um I don't know, maybe we, well, obviously today news of the rate cut is it's a positive news, right? We're gonna see some reaction over all of the markets. And uh, hey Dan, hello, hello Dan. Yeah, I will look on DXY as well today. So yeah, welcome on the stream. By the way, shout out to those legends who actually writing something in the chat. Really, guys, appreciate you. So yeah, we're gonna check DXY a little bit later. Right now, let's focus on Bitcoin, and after a few minutes, we're gonna switch over the markets and see how it goes. So, so we see that the market is kind of pushing to the upside slightly, moving in this range bound of 59,970 and 59,660. So this is the area where I don't want to add a trade. However, I'm gonna look for some opportunities over here. Um, let me check quickly Nasdaq. What is happening on Nasdaq right here? So the Nasdaq is actually you can see on the 15-minute time frame we kind of moving in the some kind of expanding triangle or megaphone pattern. It looks like we having lower lows and higher highs at the same time. Um, and basically this happening over the night. So it's just simply because it's on Olanda, it having this trading sessions from not only from US session. So anyway, we kind of have this structure. Um, I would really like to see market pushing to the upside today. However, this is not this is not what can happen at the moment because we already pushing to the upside from 9460 and the next resistance is 9500. So see if we can actually move somewhere from here. It looks like Nasdaq and Bitcoin is kind of reacting on the same in the same node. So over here, market just started in US and right there as well. So we see the pretty similar um, price reaction. Um, Overall, so the markets just pull it to the downside from resistances. So you can see over here, Ethereum pull it to the downside. We kind of bouncing from this area of support ranges and in very important level at 2200. Another one is crucial for Ethereum is 2000. However, it's pretty far away if we're looking on the daily and sorry, if we're looking in the day, right? And so this is kind of interesting. So from Bitcoin, if we look on 1 hour time frame or even 4 hour time frame, we can see that we kind of created new higher high over there at 61 300, and we kind of bouncing around this resistance line that we talked about for a couple of days already, and so right now it's a matter of I'm pretty sure that today we're gonna see some price action around this line as well. So right now we're sitting at this line, and we're probably gonna start pulling to somewhere from this line. So this is basically what I'm looking for right now. So 4 hour time frame, we kind of have this head and shoulders repeating patterns, and another one is actually started to develop as well right there. So it's a little bit bigger head but really small shoulders, right? So this is kind of head and shoulders that I see at the moment, and there is a potential to move to the upside, but we're gonna find out that because this area of $63,000 is pretty strong. I'm pretty sure there is a lot of sellers, and there are gonna be a lot of people who gonna take the break evens from their longs that they took at some stages on the market. So and let's take a look on the request from Dan. So I hope I pronounced this correctly. So Dan asked it for DXY. I don't look at DXY too often. However, let me see what we're gonna have here. So it's kind of moving in the range. It's a 4 hour time frame at the moment. It looks like there is some kind of range right there. And let's zoom out slightly and see where we go. And so you can see over here the XY is kind of moving in the downtrend, and the resistance line at exactly 102 or something like this. So we're still kind of far away from this trend line. It's possible that it could go there, but we all know that today is going to be an FOMC decision day, so we're gonna see some price fluctuations around DXY as well, and I'm pretty sure that it's probably will go to the downside on this news. Maybe not today. Maybe today is gonna be volatile and violent day, but overall, I'm kind of expecting that it's going to continue to the downside. We all know that current current expectations of the Fed rates is already could be priced in the prices all over the places, from Nasdaq, S&P 500, Bitcoin, and other assets. So it could be priced in. So today I'm kind of expecting some crazy volatility. That's probably it. But I'm not expecting some kind of trending day. However, let's see. That's my expectations, and this is what I uh, trying to set up for today. So right here on the DXY on the daily time frame, you can see over there that we kind of have in this bottoming range at 100. So you can see this 100 level pretty crucial. It's psychological level. You can see there it's working for many years, and I'm pretty sure that breaking through 100 is gonna be in a milestone, and we're gonna see more move to the downside if we're gonna break through 100. But once again, I'm not a huge fan of DXY. I can follow up the chart if you wish, but for myself, I don't really pay attention to DXY. But that can be changed, right? So if it's important for somebody, uh, I'm pretty sure there is some value in this in these things. And look at this, 100 level is a uh, multi-year support and resistance level. So you can see from 2015 up down to 2017 and 2020, we see this area as a resistance zone. So 100 was a resistance for many years, and at the moment 100 uh, being tested as a support. And you can see over there 2023, 2024, and we got the price moving to this area to 100 and testing it as a support. And it was quite a decent support for these years. So yeah, and let's add Fed rates over there, Fed funds. So let's add a Fed rates on the chart as well, and take a look on the comparison over here. So below the chart, below is the Fed rates interest rate. So you can see over there the correlation in between the Fed fund rates, and we can see correlation between dollar index as well. So that's kind of where you can see some kind of spots. However, it's not 100% correlated, which I think it's normal. However, mm, just one second. Let me quickly tweak my uh, desktop over here. So yeah. So you can see over here, like for example, 2015, 16, 19, 20, almost to 20, we got this Fed hike at the rates. It was pretty slow hike, not so quick like we saw 2 years ago. So in the correlation is slightly different. So meanwhile, the Fed hike at the rate to the upside, we see some sideways action in the dollar index. But when the Fed dumped the rate, basically to save the economy during COVID, and it impacted the dollar with slight delay. You can see over there we have this Fed dumping the rate, and we can see that dollar still kind of it's kind of shaking already on this news, right? It's already shaking on these events. However, the actual decrease in value, it's going later, and it's having some kind of delay. So today I'm gonna expect not something like this, not exactly like this, but I'm gonna expect just slight variation of what we kind of had here. And just simply because we are sitting at support, which was previously resistance, it's simply because of that. We're going to have some kind of forces that pulling, trying to pull either to one side, either to the other side. And we're going to see some price action around 100. That's for sure. And then if the rate drop going to continue during next year as well, we might see some shifts on the dollar index as well to the downside, and that's gonna impact the market a lot. I think in terms of cryptocurrency, if I'm, let's say, I'm gonna add Bitcoin, for example, right here. Like if I'm add Bitcoin over there, BTC USD. So if I'm adding Bitcoin over there, you're gonna see some interesting correlation as well. Let's Okay, let's pull it like this. Not very informative, but I'm gonna try to set up this correctly. Right. So let's get a little bit back to this area. So you can see over here in the 2017, we see that the dollar index started to decline from 100 area. And meanwhile, Bitcoin was on a huge rise. And while dollar is increasing, while dollar is decreasing in the value, we see increase in the value of Bitcoin, and it was exponential. It was really fast. It was really big. And it was an emerging market. It was a new market for many people. So that's kind of why we have this big jump in the price. But what happened over here, like from COVID drop. So you can see over here, we have drop in the Fed rates. Then after that, we get drop on the index dollar, and we see the correlation starts to build up slowly starts to build up. So Bitcoin like recovering from 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, $10,000, and we see that index of dollar is going slowly to the downside, and we see that increase of Bitcoin, and the price of Bitcoin is increasing over here as well until it stalls. You can see over here that dollar index start to stall, and it starts to move to the sideways. And from here, we see this market topping on the Bitcoin, and and it start to when the dollar starts recovering, we see this move to the downside on Bitcoin, as well as Fed started to hike the rates during 2022 and things like this. So yeah, it's having some kind of correlation. We kind of can expect some things to start happening. We kind of start to expect that if they're gonna start to cut the rates, we're gonna see decrease in value of dollar, and we're probably gonna see increase in value of Bitcoin as well. So, but Bitcoin is a little bit different. It depends a lot on demand, and if we're gonna see some demand in Bitcoin in this area, I'm pretty sure that it's just a matter of the time if we're gonna see this demand, and yeah, I'm pretty confident that we're gonna see some bull market during end of this year, and probably next year, maybe half of next year at least. So so buckle up on this ride and be prepared for this one. I hope then you get your answer completely and it makes sense for you. If you have something to say, maybe like drop a comment or in the chat, or um, how do you see this? So thank you for this question. And let's get back to our intraday setup. And we're gonna come back to this if we're gonna have some questions over there. So, um, so at the moment, Bitcoin is testing this level of this range, 59,970. We need to break this level to go to the upside. However, we can see over there that resistance is really, really close. So it might be interesting area to start building a position to the upside. Um, but today is probably going to be a really interesting day. So let's hope we're going to see some more confirmation before any trade over here. So I'm gonna check some news over here and trying to scan some, trying to screen some news over here and trying to find something interesting that is happening at the moment. But I don't see too much. Let's check other sources. Guys, what do you think about the market? What is gonna happen today? Let me know in the chat. Like, what do you expect from today? Because this is once again this is FOMC meeting. Let's see how it goes. I find out that Nasdaq is pulling to the upside. Really good, really interesting. Potential reversal point for the Nasdaq over here. I don't know. Maybe it's a potential short area. Let's try. Let's try small short over there with just a tiny stop loss. Let's see. Let's see how it's gonna go. Nothing too crazy. It's just you can see over here we advance it to the upside really hard. There is a potential to move to the downside. Hey Jamie, see any gap downside? Yeah. At what level do you see this gap? Let me know. Shout out to Jamie. So here we go. We're moving slowly, but it looks like we got the move through this rising line. So it looks like we might go to the downside slightly. I'm not expecting a really crazy move, but it's just a trade. I'm just trying to catch this trade just for just for fun, I guess. Let me see what we have other. Slightly moving to the downside. Not a huge volume over here, but it can be changed. Come back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is kind of rejecting slightly from 59,970. Jamie XBT, we have BTC CME gap at 54k USD. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure there is some kind of gap around that. Let's check. 54k is actually really far away from current price action that we currently have, right? It's slightly far away, but it's the good stuff. Thank you, Jamie. So 54k, that's around there. What kind of I kind of have some kind of stock on the chart. Yep, now it's kind of starting to. So 54k. So I have a level at 54,700, and if we're gonna check 54, so 54 there. So this is our CME gap. Let's put it like this. CME gap. Jamie, it's a CME gap on the daily time frame, I guess, or it's a different time frame. What do you see? Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. BTC one. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, do you see this gap on the daily time frame, or I'm gonna check anyway. The only difference that we have here is that we have a lot of gaps that is obtained by trading hours and in trading days, right? So on Binance or other exchanges, we trade in 24/7. However, on the CME, we trade in only during trading hours and during trading days. And so this gap at 54 that you are referring to, I see this gap. So it's there. It's 1 hour time frame, and let's take a look at daily. So on daily, we don't have this gap, right? So on daily, we kind of, what gap do we have over here? Not too much. Not really too much of a gaps, right? Let's take a look even earlier. So last gap on the daily we got on $20,000. Oh man. I really hope that we're not going to $20,000. However, everything is possible, right? Everything is possible. Yeah, 4 hour and 6 hour time frame. Let's take a look at 4 hour time frame. Yep. So I see this gap at 54, up to 54 580. That's a gap that you're referring to. Yeah. So chart looking a little bit different, and it have delay on these on the trading view, unless you have some paid data from Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So it's really hard to trade from trading view in this one with delay. So we kind of have this kind of wedge. Well, the chances are that we go into 54 is I think it's on the table. Basically, it's chances that we go there. It's on the table. That's for sure. I'm pretty sure that 54. If the price will go below 54, is going to be a panic for everybody over here, right? Let's take a look at Nasdaq. What is doing over here? So it's gonna pull into the downside slightly, just a slightly pull into the downside. Let's put a take profit over here. Over here, Bitcoin is moving nothing too crazy. Volume is really low. We already in the like for almost 30 minutes in the market open, so but it's not moving too much. I guess some people kind of moving trying to move smartly today. They're not trying to trade this. um that's that's kind of could be a really wise option. So so let's see. I don't want to rush the trades today because of the FMC. It could be a really crazy day today. Could be a really crazy day. And so right now we slightly pull into the downside, really small move, really slow as well. So let's take a look. I'm gonna screen through the news meanwhile. Let's see what we have. Want to check Bitcoin once again and get back. All right. So what do we have? Yeah, there is small news like Revolt. So the app, the paying up Revolt is launching crypto stable coin, which is kind of cool. Um, I don't know. It's not a big news for the market. So what do we have on this? Well, we kind of can discuss a little bit about Fed rates, there is a chances that we're gonna see some decrease in the rates by 25 base points, or we can see decrease by 50 base points. And depending on that decision, we're gonna see a slightly different prices all over the place reaction, I guess. And I think like if we're gonna have some 25% base point decrease, there's gonna be some kind of conservative move from the Fed, and however, the market's probably gonna react positively, probably gonna increase in the price all over the places. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be enough to pull Bitcoin to the $63,000 that we discussed briefly a few minutes ago, but there is a chances that it's gonna happen. Um, there's a chances that it's gonna happen like this. Like we're gonna decrease by 25 base points. The these prices of cryptocurrencies start to increase slightly. So let me get back to the chart. This chart. All right. So Nasdaq slightly moving to the upside. I would like to let's see. I have some kind of freezing at the moment. Let me just gonna change my settings a little bit. It seems like I got some. All right. How about to make a poll today? So let's take a look at Bitcoin, and I'm gonna create a poll right here. Um, so I'm gonna make a poll. Will Bitcoin close above or below $60,000 today? So above. All right, here is your poll. So let me know, what do you think about the market today? We're going to close above $60,000, or we're gonna close below $60,000 today. Yesterday we discussed it, and we voted for $59,000. As you can see, yesterday was closed above $59,000, and the move is pretty high. And right now we're trading slightly off 60,000, like 59,900, and move is kind of slow. Nothing too crazy, not a big volume. You can see on the 30-second time frame, we don't have too much of liquidity. We even have some empty candlesticks popping out here and there. So the liquidity is pretty low on this one. Um, Guys, make your votes on this on the chat. Meanwhile, I'm gonna continue to screen some news over there. By the way, yesterday was quite surprising day that we actually moved to the upside so hard. I wasn't expect that big move to the upside. Um, but yeah, it was quite surprising for me. And right now, I'm looking for I'm looking for a slight continuation to the upside. But today we already established new daily low. So you can see over here at 59,380, which means, well, potentially there was a liquidity and we kind of bouncing off this area to the upside. So the only question right now, if we're going to go to the upside, is this trend line around $60,000. So we might go higher, and I would like to see that. Um, Seems like I have some kind of delay on my PC at the moment. I'm gonna try to fix this up, but I'm not really sure what is causing it. I have high CPU load on this one. Usually I don't have this high load. Right now I have like 50% load, and the temperature is kind of crazy. So I'm gonna try to turn some things down. Let's see if I can actually manage this one well. Mm. All right, trying to bring trying to bring this. Yep, I got it finally. I had some kind of weird tab on the Chrome that had some load. So we kind of popping through 59 and 980 on the Bitcoin. What this Nasdaq is doing is actually moving to the sideways. I'm not really sure if we're gonna continue like this, but it seems like we're gonna see some breakout in a minute over here. And Bitcoin trying, but get some rejection at 60. Volume is still low. Liquidity is still kind of low as well. It's, so what we have up here, like if we're gonna move slightly to the upside, the next level at 63.15, and the chances are that we go in there. I'm feeling pretty confident that we might go there. But essentially, I don't really know. um, so I'm gonna check the economic calendar and get back to you with this. Where we're gonna have this. So economic calendar. I'm checking economic calendar to see what time we're gonna see this news about Fed rate. The Wednesday. Did I say happy Wednesday? Guys. So right now we have housings. Next, building permits. And FOMC meeting is going to be at um, FOMC meeting 2 p.m. Eastern time. So what is going to be? It's going to be in about 5 hours, right? So in 5 hours we're going to see some news about rate decision in 5 hours. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be there, but I'm gonna be online. So we might have some update on Telegram on the rate decision. So stay tuned to the Telegram channel as well. And so right now we're kind of chilling over here, looking for some decent trade. So Nasdaq is kind of pulling to the upside slightly. Um, didn't work out, I guess, and we don't have selling pressure over here. So yep. Right, I got stop out from a Nasdaq. It seems like we're pushing to the upside. This level at 95.23. Did it execute or not? Seems like this kind of delay. I still haven't this delay on my account. That's kind of just really frustrating to see some delays on the exchange and trading queue. Yep, it's finally executed. Right. So I still have this delay on my PC. So it's CPU load is kind of high on this one. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try to figure this out. Hmm, that's interesting. Does anyone actually looking on the stream in the Telegram? I don't see people there. I'm kind of trying to stream in both Telegram and as well as um, YouTube, but I don't see anybody watching this stream from the Telegram. That's kind of sucks. But yeah, okay. So where we at in terms of cryptocurrency standings? So we kind of still the same in the same sort. Look at this: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, all in the same places. Nothing moving too much. Everything in the same place, and we don't see any huge price action on these pairs. We don't see any huge pumps. Just only slight move to the upside, then move to the downside from many other coins, and they moving in a pretty similar fashion to the Bitcoin. Um, so pretty similar to to everything. Let's customize a little bit. Um, I'm gonna add. So let's take a look at coins only. So here is the list: coins only. Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, Toncoin, Tron. So it seems like Toncoin is getting ahead of Tron. So the Tron is kind of declining from 16 cents slowly, but over time it's declining slightly. And then Cardano, Avalanche, Concash, Polkadot, everything in pretty similar fashion, moving in pretty similar fashion, except Bitcoin Cash. However, everything else is almost the same price action. Interesting price action on the Su. Um, let's get our um have this kind of weird lag over here on the trading queue. I'm gonna try to reload the trading queue for a second. Just give me a second. I'm gonna try to reload it because I don't really like how it works today. I'm gonna just restart my trading view over here and see, maybe it's gonna help me. But I don't know if it's gonna help me or not. I'm gonna restart it and came back with it. So it's starting again. Still a lot of delay on this application right now. I'm gonna I'm gonna try to fix this. It's kind of weird because yesterday I had the same setup and everything was good. And day before that I got the same. I have pretty good performance, but right now I don't see it good. All right, guys. I'm kind of trying to get back on this trading view because I have decent lag on trading view right there, but I'm trying to fix it up. Um, yep, let's kind of fix it. So we talked about and we wanted to see SU. So SU USDT. Let's take a look at SU. So SU moving kind of interesting. It had V-shaped bottom um, on the last drop. And since then, it's only moving to the upside, which is kind of interesting because I don't see too many coins or tokens moving to the upside during last period. And that's kind of curious to me. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin. I guess it's kind of rising versus Bitcoin as well, which is kind of good. It seems like we retracing to the upside. The next target for Su is going to be at around 2200 BTC. So right there. Um, and this thing is kind of looking like wedge over here. So it's like flag to the upside, right? And let's measure it. Let's measure it and place the same amount. So we kind of targeting to 500 over here. And if we're gonna convert it to USDT, um, we're gonna see that it's actually pointing towards 1.5. So 1.5, 1.6, 1.9 as well. So this is kind of areas that you might want to see on the SU. So it's kind of waiting for some move. I guess we might go slightly to the downside, then pull to the upside once again. What is happening over here? So two looks a little bit different to others, I guess. Like for example, if we're gonna compare with Tron USD, we actually move it to the upside really hard. And right now we kind of compress into the downside and get this resistance over here and this support at 14 cents. So we're gonna see it like how it's gonna react. I'm pretty sure that but there is a potential to move to 16 once again and then decrease. That's what I gonna see on the Tron. Um, the huge resistance at 70 cents. Um, I don't know. It might have a good pullback to the upside from here as well. So if we're gonna reach 14 cents, and after that it could start pulling to the upside really hard, because I'm pretty sure there is a demand in this area, and right now we are still in the kind of zone of uncertainty, and in the next couple of months that's gonna be changed. I'm pretty sure about that. And today we're gonna see news. Tomorrow we're gonna settle, and after that we're gonna start to see more price actions that's gonna show us some kind of hint, some kind of hint in what direction we're gonna move until the end of this year and possibly next beginning of the next year as well. And over here at Tron Bitcoin, you can see right there we're sitting at 250 and 250 and 244. It's a new support range. Next level at 234, which is quite low. If we look at this like a rising channel, then it's 234 is kind of low, which can be used as a stop loss for if you're looking for trades in the Tron, right? So from there, we can look only to the upside from 285, 330, and things like this. I'm gonna switch over to 4-day time frame because I would like to see higher time frames in higher levels. 330. So where we at right now? Huge level of support. Next level is 150, which is hard to say that if we're gonna go there, but everything is possible anyway. So this is big sideways. This is big sideways. So I'm looking at this area as a potential accumulation area. Look at this. It's kind of dipping down, creating higher lows. I'm gonna highlight this higher lows. So it's dipped right there, right? So it was the lowest deep. It was 2021. Then we have higher low, another higher low this year, and you know that is interesting. I would like to see that it's going to the upside, and if this is actually like we had some kind of head and shoulders right there, but it's now transformed to something like Adam Eve, right? So you can see some kind of Adam Eve pattern, and Adam Eve it's usually breaking through resistance and going to the upside. And really good way to measure the target for Adam Eve and Kaplan handles. It's measuring what is happening with my tool. Like, good way to measure the target for cup and handle and Adam Eve is to measure the distance between bottom of the Adam and bottom of the Eve. And when you gonna get this, you can simply put it to the neckline. So neckline over here, and it's the target. So 740, 740. So 740 is almost all-time highs. I would use a little bit lower than that. Hope this makes sense, guys. Uh, Let me know what you want. Do you want to check on the market today? Um, let's get back to Bitcoin. We kind of move it to 60, rejected from 60 briefly, and right now still in the same range, still in the same range. So you can see over there on this chart, we we kind of reach it. So we retested this trend line, right? So from there, we could go to the downside, but I'm pretty sure that demand is somewhere around this area, and we're gonna see some huge rejections pop into the market. Nasdaq, it's just in the boring sideways. This is why we kind of get this stop loss. So we stop out from here, right? Mm. So it's interesting. It's really interesting to see how the market is developing. It's really kind of slow on today opening. It's not the same. I'm pretty sure that everybody is waiting for FOMC to to start the trade, but right now it's kind of interesting. There's a potential move to the upside, like in the megaphone patterns. Sometimes we move to the upside, sometimes we move to the upside, and I've seen even on some streams before we saw the megaphone pattern appeared on the chart, and after that it pulled to the downside really hard. So it's kind of tricky one. Sometimes it's hard to be on the right side, so the risk management is really key to kind of survive from wrong decisions. And yeah, and like for example, yesterday I had tremendously bad trades during this move to the upside. I tried to short, but I cut the trades immediately. Like it just moving to the upside slightly, cut the trade. And this was actually what saved me the day, because once I got this short and it's actually started to move to my side, I started to add to position and move it to profits. And this is kind of what I like to do on the markets. Sometimes it's just you have some series of bad trades, but if you cut them quickly, if your losses are small, the chances are that your next trade gonna be a winning trade and it's gonna be a big one. The chances are pretty high, and this is actually working from this approach is actually working from poker, and you can try this one on. I don't know if you have access to real poker, that's awesome, but if you don't have it, just you can try on the online poker and try to figure out risk management on the bets. And once you figure this out, you can translate this to trading as well. And you will find out that managing your risk is not that hard, um, even in an environment when you are not winning 100% times. And you're not winning 100% times in trading, and especially in the poker. You have like 30%, maybe 25% of winning hands. Like if you're gonna check some statistics, it's gonna be even lower than that, and you can still manage to be profitable if you following some rules, if you're following some basic risk management, and you know how much you can lose, and things like this. And so the same approach I'm using on the trading. I see some losing trade, I start trying to cut it immediately, and trying to I have some rules that I follow, and that's the only way to actually have some profits on this market. Since I started to trade these lower time frames, like 30 seconds, so it's basically scalping. I see the same approach is kind of working. However, it's a slightly different environment and slightly different stop loss ranges and things like this. So still adapting to this one, and yeah, yeah. Mm, I guess I'm gonna grab some I don't know, maybe tea or coffee, and came back. Okay, so stay tuned, stay there. And we back. So where we at? I grabbed some tea. Um, so we are in the same place. We kind of trying to attack on 60K. Nasdaq is still moving in sideways, pulling to this resistance line. Let's see if we can actually break through this. Maybe it's a good entry, but I don't know. Maybe it's a trap as well. So anyway, I'm kind of looking for this level. You can see on my chart over here on 30-minute time frame that I have this level over here. I'm kind of leaning towards that. If you're gonna break through it, it's gonna be move to the upside. Not really big, but it is something. Maybe 100 points, maybe 50 points. Um, but you can see over there that this level played out. Um, Sometimes good, sometimes bad. And at the moment, look at the VWAP. Like we are pretty far away from VWAP. However, we already touched it today, right before the market open, right? So 12:30. Yeah, so right at the market opens at from the VWAP over here, and as for Bitcoin, we're still at 60s, going to the downside. Not really clear price action to me, honestly. What you guys think? Let me know. Like, what do you see on the chart right now? What is your, I know, bias, or maybe your analysis? What do you think about the price? Like, we could go from there, into either to the upside or to the downside, right? So, what um is your expectations over here? So, okay, we got 3 votes, and everybody's voting for the Bitcoin will close above $60,000. Well, guys, let's wait on that. Let's wait on that. I'm really hoping for this as well. I'm really hoping for this. Um, we kind of move it. Let's take a look. What else we have here? I'm gonna hide all these drawings just to. So you can see over here, like for example, Tron Bitcoin move it to the upside. Meanwhile, Dogecoin move it to the downside. Solana move it to the sideways. Ethereum move to the downside. So you can see all over the place on the cryptocurrency, we see different market structures and pretty different market price action. Just kind of nuts. The only Tron is looks like it's going to the upside, except it's a Tron Bitcoin, so Tron USD is probably going to be different. No, it's still there, still moving to the upside. So that the only crypto which is uncorrelated had an uncorrelated move during this season, this summer season, obviously. Let's take a look on Bitcoin for our time frame. I'm curious. 1 hour. So the kind of level is right there at 57,600. There is another level at 59,700. You can see right there. So this is actual level that is gonna hold today. Another level to actually break this 6,300. That's important, I think. So we can have in these all these levels right there on this chart. So 6,300, 59,700, 59,700. So that's this level. So all these levels, I'm kind of working within in the from a higher time frame. What a mess, really. This chart is really mess. Um, Once again, $61,000. You can see over here in the beginning of the August, we bouncing around this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Another time we bounced out of this level in the end of August. So the whole August we bounced it off 61. Once again, 60, 61, mid of September. So I kind of, I'm kind of waiting for this level to break out. Not like this, not fake out. Not, I'm waiting for a real breakout to the upside. I would like to see that. What about moving averages over here? So let's put daily time frame. Look at this. This is daily time frame moving averages. So 20, 50, 100, and 200 on the chart. And you can see over here is 200, bright red and wide. So you can see crossing to the upside with moving average 100 right there. So it's a death cross. It's a death cross over here. Let's scroll to the downside slightly. So once we had here, look at this. We had this death cross over here, but price moved to the upside really hard. Oh, we got some action over here. Pulling to the downside. What about Bitcoin? Slowly, not increasing volume. You can see that they take stop losses from this area, which was our stop loss as well. They took stop loss over here, pulled to the downside, where the rejection from 500s was pretty strong over here. I don't know if we going to see some. Yep, selling pressure is pretty good. So let's see. Moving to the downside, pretty good. Pretty good. That's crazy price action over here. That is crazy price action right there. Really, really pulling to the downside. However, the pretty strong presence of buyers over here as well at 500s. And Bitcoin is pulling to the downside, right? So slightly pulling to the downside. We're still in this range. We're still in this range. And but Nasdaq is actually making some decent moves. Well, this is interesting. I don't know if market can stretch to the downside really hard from this. Once again, I saw these type of patterns before, and they acted differently. Even on some live stream, we we saw this pattern emerged, and the price just pulled it to the downside really hard. And another time, I saw the this kind of megaphone pattern, and price pulled it to the upside really hard. So it's kind of controversial to try to put this chart pattern in my trading system. It's really hard because it having so many outcomes right now. So Bitcoin is kind of still in the same range, 59,800. Yep. Oh, we're pulling through 500, pulling through 480s. Really strong pull to the downside. What Bitcoin doing? I don't know why it's not moving. Like we have some decent move to the downside from Nasdaq. However, Bitcoin is not moving that much. Maybe it's starting, but I don't know. Nasdaq, still there. So you can see over here, we kind of move it to the downside and almost in this range of 94.70, 460. You can see this area. That would be actually a really nice short if we can withstand this stop loss hunting zone. And yeah, it is what it is. Meanwhile, trying to check some news. What do we have right now? Do we have any strong news? I don't see any. So what about Bitcoin? 700s. So we're pulling slightly to the downside, reaching almost reaching this level of 59,641. Volume is kind of starting to increase over here. Um, let's see if we can actually pull to the downside from here. So we kind of retested this line once again. I already told you that we're looking for breakout from 600s to go to 300 and so on and so on. But right now we're still above the line. We're still above the level. Some kind of head and shoulders. Nasdaq is pulling really hard to this one, to this area. Really hard move to the downside. Oh, new lows over here. Let's see if we can actually pull to this one. So this chart, once again, this chart pattern, it's kind of tricky one. I'm looking how it's gonna develop, like how it's gonna move. We will stop out, so I didn't try and once again. And right now we are moving to down to this area of previous low. So it's a daily low, and right now we at the same area. And right now we're trying to break through this area, break to it, and level that we're looking for is 94.53, maybe a little bit lower, 94.430. So so it's kind of interesting move actually. It's actually really interesting move. Um like 80 points to the downside, and Bitcoin is actually retesting this level right now. I'm like really sure that we're gonna break it, but that could be choppy area for this one. Well, that's a kind of interesting. Pull back to the upside from here. So pulling to the upside slightly on the Bitcoin. Um, it looks like it's gonna have some change right there at this level, and you can see it working. Kind of, we're gonna see some recovery, possible recovery from here. So you can see from here, we kind of move it by 50, 60, 55, 60 points. And right now pulling to the upside by 30 points. So that was a quite interesting area. Breaking through 600s? No. So kind of selling from this line as well. So this level is kind of interesting. Again, we talked about this much. And yeah, look at this previous session was also concentrated around this level. And once we got breakout from this one, the price moved to the downside hard, like about 1,500 points and almost 2,000 points to the downside. So I'm not really sure that we're gonna see some move to the downside like 2,000 points, but at least $59,000. That is the reasonable level to reach if we're gonna break through 59,600. And everything below is going to be a bonus for those who short in this one. I'm kind of watching right now. Uh, Once again, I'm not really sure about this day because, once again, it's for FOMC decision meeting. We're going to see some wild ride on the market. I'm not really want to risk on this day, just for you know just for purposes of preserving capital on this one. I don't really want to trade such a days like FOMC meeting, especially um, especially I'm kind of new to these events on the intraday setups. So like for scalping, it's kind of new for me. So that's why I'm not gonna risk too much on this one. I don't really want to put myself in this risky zone. And right now at 59,600, we're still dancing around this level, still dancing. Some some move to the downside is kind of expected because we kind of trying to break through 600s. Meanwhile, guys, let me know what you are guys doing and what you thinking about the price. Let me know. Let's chat. Ooh, we pull into the downside, breaking through 600s right now, 59, 5, 550. 5, 5 fifty. That is nice. we're still not below the daily low on today. So the daily low was settled a few hours ago. It's at 59,350, and we're still kind of not far away from it, but moving slowly. Okay, we're pulling slowly to the downside. 59,530 is on the chart right now. Slowly pulling to the downside. Nasdaq, meanwhile, going in the sideways. However, we are in this kind of range where we still not break through 9460s, and there is a chance that that this kind of sideways right now is either going to create higher low or is going to try to break through this level once again. Just need a little bit more uh, power and liquidity to go to the downside. So really high traffic area over here. I'm not really sure if that even manageable to trade. Let me know if you actually managing this area good. It's really interesting to see what you guys doing. Um, if you're trading this one or not. So pulling to the downside on Bitcoin a little bit more, 59,470 right now. Another one. Moving to the downside slowly, but kind of almost reached the previous low. And 10 minutes to go, or over 30-minute time frame, in 1 hour time frame as well. So only 10 minutes to go. We're going to see if the selling pressure is going to increase on next hour or not. But this is crucial level. 59,300 is crucial level. And if we're going to break through it, that's going to open the road down to 59. Gonna check some news. Maybe we have some interesting news popping to the market, but not really. Oops. So where we at? We at 59,500. So we kind of pulling up to this resistance line. Let's see if we're gonna reject from this one, or it's gonna be another sell the ribs situation where the traders trying to sell from this line, and once we got back to it, some people start selling. Let's see if there is enough. So everybody's kind of trying to guess what the Fed rate cut gonna be. That's 25 or 60 points. Oh, sorry, 50 points. That's kind of what's on the news right now. Everybody's just talking about this, about percentages of possibility 25 or 60, things like this. And like everybody's trying to just guess this, and nothing too much on the markets at the moment, nothing too much on the news at the moment. So once again, maybe tomorrow we're gonna see more structured approach on this one, maybe, because today, once again, this kind of expanding triangle or megaphone, call it whatever you like. Yeah, I'm not really sure that it's a good it's a good place to trade at the moment, and we are in the middle of this pattern. So it's really not that cool to trade in the middle of this area, um, especially where we got some stronger areas of the levels right here. Bitcoin is also on this strong area. Risk reward ratios not that high. Um, so still selling pressure is pretty good on the Bitcoin. We're probably gonna be below 59,300 in a minute, and we got like 5-6 minutes to go before the next hour starting, and that's gonna bring some price action, I guess. Um, well, we discussed a little bit about the moving averages on this chart. So this is daily moving averages, and we got the days cross on the moving average 100 and 200 in between. So this cross happened in the end of August, and so far we are just moving in some kind of sideways action. And so far, in order to get back to the bullish track, like um, let me see, we have a lot of things going on right there, right? So I'm gonna try to hide all of these drawings, okay? And so if we're gonna talk about these moving averages and how they behave, I think like the moving average 100 and 200 is gonna cross over once again, but when? It's only the question. So if we're gonna move like this for a couple of months, and the price is not going to the upside, is going to the sideways only, that would means that these moving averages is going to stay in the same um, in the same order. And if that happens, that's going to be a bearish signal. That's going to be a strong sell signal for the market. But if, like I said, if we're going to see these moving averages coming to each other and start to cross, but that should be supported by the price. The price should be bullish. That's how it should look. Like if the price gonna be bullish over here, then we're gonna see the back crossover of the moving averages to the upside. And then it's gonna be a buy signal, strong buy signal from these moving averages, because this moving average working pretty good on Bitcoin so far, and we can rely on them. The signals on them are pretty decent. So maybe it's not the best entry in terms of price, like in terms of you won't pick up the bottom of the price, right? But you're gonna pick up at least um, very certain area where the price is confirmed that is going to the upside. So this is the idea behind these uh, moving averages. So yeah. So we got 3 minutes to do to the next candlestick up here, and market moved down to 59,362. So we kind of still selling from this line really slowly, small move to the downsides. And right now we're crossing 300s. We are moving to the downside nicely. So we established new daily low. What about Nasdaq? So the Nasdaq is in kind of sideways. However, kind of looking for Bitcoin, and looks like we got a new low. So it seems like we're gonna dump a little bit more on this one. One minute to go. 1 minute to go, and let's see where we gonna pull into the upside right now. Trying to cross through this line. However, it could be too early to say that. So pulling to the upside from this line right now. So we tested the 59,300. Created new lower low on this intraday area, and right now pulling to the upside. Seems like shorts been closed, and so this why the price pull into the upside slightly from there. I'm pretty sure it's like market is trying to be really careful right now because everybody's kind of waiting for FOMC meeting, which gonna be in 4 hours. So just in 4 hours, we're gonna see some news about Fed decision, and so yeah. So guys, I'm I'm not feeling that we're gonna see some trades today, right now. And I'm thinking like to actually to have something to eat, and things like this. So right now I'm gonna leave you, and see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow let's meet in the same time. So tune in for the live stream, and have a nice and profitable day. Stay really careful on during FOMC meeting. Don't try to be a hero today. Just try to avoid any unnecessary moves on the market. So guys, thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up and see you tomorrow. Peace.